you might have read the news that a Pritam Singh interview was taken down as it might be a contempt of court. So, what is contempt of court and why is it so serious? Watch on as I'll explain everything so that even a 5-year-old will understand. So, this is your newsfeed. It's just filled with brain rot content instead of important current affairs videos. Here's what transpired in the last few months. CNA has an excellent show called The Assembly, whereby a group of neurodivergent individuals will interview a famous Singaporean in a no-host-bar conversation. I have watched every episode and it's likely the second best show by CNA. The first best show is of course any show with Stephen Chow. That guy is a legend. When I grow up, I want to be like him. So, on 5th November 2025, an interview with Pritam Singh was aired, and to be honest, after I have watched it, I was like, oh gosh, another great episode. But of course, Stephen Chow show was still better. Stephen Chow my idol, I want to be a Stephen Chow when I grow up. Notice me some patak here! But one sentence made it to the news. You see, for context, Pritam Singh has been convicted for lying to a parliamentary select committee early this year, and he had appealed against that conviction. And on 4th November 2025, the hearing for his appeal was held, whereby the judgment wasn't given on that day. That means the judge will decide later on whether the appeal is successful or not. And yes, did you notice something about the dates, sir? Yeah, because on the next day, the interview with Pritam Singh was aired, although the interview was conducted in July. So, what sentence stood up? Pritam Singh has said this: at the end of the day, the court of public opinion can be a bigger court than any court in the world. I know there are some context leading to this sentence, which you can read more in the link in description. But anyways, Law Minister Edwin Tong then slammed Pritam Singh, calling it an outrageous statement, plainly wrong, and also completely unacceptable. It became a hoo-ha. Now, if you are confused why it's a hoo-ha, just watch on as I'll simplify this later. Anyways, the judgment was heard in court on 4th December, whereby the appeal was dismissed. And on 13th December, Mediacorp, CNA's parent company, apologized for the interview and took down the interview after being told by the Attorney General's chambers that it was in contempt of court. Similarly, Pritam Singh also apologized for the statements. By now, you should be wondering, what the heck is contempt of court? If you are looking to advertise your business in this channel, we can help you. There are guaranteed views and many big brands have trusted us. Just click on the link in the description. Before anything, note that I'm simplifying everything, so if you want an in-depth version, you can check out the links in the description. In the simplest term, there are two types of contempt of court. The first is disobeying the court, and the second is influencing the outcome of the case. For the first, you need to know about court orders. Basically, let's say that I sue Gong Bilang for going into my kitchen and eating my gohyong, and I won the case. So, the judge will issue a court order. Gong Bilang cannot enter my kitchen to eat my gohyong. But if Gong Bilang still intentionally refuses to comply and still goes to my kitchen despite knowing that she could not do that, then she might be in contempt of court, since she's disobeying the court. That is the basic idea lah. The other contempt of court is when people influence the outcome. For example, after I sue Gong Bilang and before the trial, my wife suddenly said on social media,
I tell you cannot be one. I've eaten the gohyong before. They taste like paper wrapped in sand. So Gong Bilang didn't take them to eat I think she took them to feed dogs because dogs are evil and she'll eat 大便.
Now, you see what's wrong. Her statement might change the outcome of the trial. I mean, if she has any evidence or whatnot, she should say that in court, whereby she has to say things under oath so she cannot anyhow lie, and not just add new things into the case. When my wife does that, she might be in contempt of court, because as you can see, she's influencing the court proceedings.
Does that mean that we cannot anyhow talk about court cases in the coffee shop with your friends?
Well, this is a little...
Hey, never mind you have got no such preferences, you have got no friends.
So, this is known as sub judice contempt. Now, for this influencing thing, there's also this, as imputing the integrity or impartiality of any court and posting a risk that public confidence in the administration of justice will be undermined. Basically, it's like doing things that will make people think that the court is useless or unfair. This is known as scandalizing contempt. Now that you have understood this, I think you can connect it to the Pritam Singh interview. You see, during the airing of the show, the judgment is not out, so talking about that might seem like a contempt of court. In addition, the sentence seems to imply that the public court of opinion is more important than the real court. That seems like saying that the court is useless, which seems like a contempt of court too. Now, of course, it might or might not be the case. How it can connect to the case is totally up to interpretation, and we as cats have no opinion, as remember, this video is to educate you on what contempt of court is. Because I need to emphasize again that what I have mentioned are the very basics. If you need legal advice, please seek for professional legal advice and don't get it from some cats on the internet. In the meantime, if you are wondering if you are breaking the law when you carry fake luxurious bags, watch this, as a real lawyer will tell you more about it. Also, follow me on Instagram if you have not done so, as we publish exclusive short videos there, link in description. And if you want to advertise with us, even as a standalone video, do contact us. Thank you for spending almost 5 minutes with me. I really appreciate it and hope you learned something.